We're going to show you how these classic Anna Beck earrings are made. This is one of our classic Anna Beck pieces, the gilly, wire-rimmed, large drop earrings. And I'm here with G'day, who I've been working with from the beginning. This is the first stage of how we make our jewelry, in that each piece starts with this raw pieces of silver so that every single piece is completely handmade. Stage 2 is where we melt the silver and it hardens, and then we start to hammer the silver into a more solid form. The next stage, we put the silver through this machine where they flatten it out so it makes the base of the silver. How we make the dots on our jewelry is what we call squash granulation, and we put the very thin strip of silver in, and then one at a time he punches out every little dot. The next stage is where we shape the piece. We cut it into the shape of the piece that we're making. The next stage would be the wire rim, and they have to pull the wire through, and then they make it very thin so that they can make these tiny little lines of wire. This stage, we pull it through this little contraption where it actually makes it even thinner and gives it a very fine texture to it. The next stage, we prepare the wire to put around the rim of the earring. He sort of lines it up to the exact shape of the piece, and he places the silver on the earring with a little bit of glue. He has to do several rows of the wire. This is really neat. So this is actually how they apply the dots. They place this very thin layer of the glue, and then they have to carefully line up each little circle one at a time so that it fits just perfectly inside the drop. Soldering process, it's sort of an adhesive that allows the squash granulation, the little dots, to stick to the silver. So this is one of the final stages where he polishes the piece before we go into gold plating. He smooths all the rough edges down, makes sure it's completely shiny. Because most of our pieces are gold and silver, we have to protect the silver if we're gold plating. We have to use this very special paint where we paint each piece and we have to completely cover it. Once it dries, we have to peel each piece so it actually separates itself, where the silver remains silver and the gold remains gold. One of the last stages of the gold plating, where we actually place the silver inside this special machine that cleans it and it allows the gold to stay on the piece. Okay, so this is the final stage where they polish up the silver, and it comes out to look like this. It takes at least 3 to 4 hours to make. It's also what makes our jewelry so special, is that it's completely handmade by every single artisan that works with us.